Welcome back. I know that I said in the last video that the next thing we were going to concentrate on was 6/8 time examples, but there was just one other thing I wanted to cover with dotted rhythms that I kind of realized as soon as I pressed stop on the recorder. The last thing I kind of want to talk about, and I'll just write that down, dotted rhythms. So, one last thing, we kind of talked about what in the past two videos we've been talking about what it means to have on a note, to have a rhythmic value dot, like that. And kind of what I want to talk about right now is sometimes you'll hear, maybe not in the first couple of years of playing, but you will hear people say, oh, well, this piece has a lot of dotted rhythms, like a lot of, they'll kind of use it to describe a piece. So if someone tells me, I ask, oh, well, how do you like, this piece? We're playing this piece, or what's the piece like? And they say, well, it has a lot of dotted rhythms, a lot of dotted rhythmic motives. I guess my question to you is, what do they mean when they say that? If they say, oh, well, if I ask them, well, what's the piece like? Describe it to me. And they say, well, we have a lot of dotted rhythms in it. And this, I kind of want to have you get the intuition behind a dotted rhythm, and I guess what it means, particularly if you're playing in common time, particularly if you're playing in 4/4 time. So let's just say we have 4/4 time, and we've got a half note, and there's a dot on it. So let's write in our beat numbers underneath that. Sorry, I keep hitting that hotkey I've got up there. So we've got 1, 2, 3. So we play 1, 2, 3 beats under that half note. Hopefully you understand this, and if you don't, you should go back and watch those other videos that I've got. This is the third video I'm going to have on dotted rhythms, and hopefully you understand that this dotted half note is going to take up the space that a half note would, which is 2 beats in 4/4, plus 1/2 of that half note, which is an additional beat. So it's going to take up 3 beats total, and that's review, and hopefully you've got a good grasp on that by now. So then, if we were going to put in one more beat in this measure, what would it have to be? Because we only have one beat left. We only have beat 4, right? So it would be a quarter note, right? And then that's the end of our bar. And let me just write in beat 4. Okay. So then, let me just repeat this. Like that, dotted half, quarter in 4/4 time. So let's say, I ask someone and we say that this is, let's say this is Mark's piece. Mark's piece. And someone asks you, or you ask someone, hey, I hear that we're working on Mark's piece today in band, or I hear we're doing this, and you ask them, well, what's it like? What's it sound like? And they say, well, it's got a lot of dotted rhythms in it. It's got a lot of dotted rhythms. That's what it sounds like. And they would be right in this case. It's actually all dotted rhythms. That's all we've got. And let's actually say, and we're just going to keep repeating this a couple of times. So what do they mean when they say that? When they say, oh, well, this piece has dotted rhythms in it. Well, let's put on a metronome and see what this sounds like. And then I think you'll probably realize what it means when you say that you have dotted rhythms in a piece. Let's speed this up to around 80. Actually, no, let's speed it up a bit more. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Ba, or 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ba, 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 ba. Okay? let me actually speed this up. I think this might become more obvious if I kind of crank the metronome a bit. Okay, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, 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 ba, bum, ba, bum. Okay? So that's kind of what I know. This might not be the best the best explanation of this in the world, but if we put this kind of crank the metronome a bit more, and actually let's do that. Let's actually just put this metronome all the way at the top. Bum ba bum ba bum ba. Okay, let's say that that's how fast the metronome was going. 3 bum 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 bum. Okay. So maybe that gives you a little bit of an idea what a dotted rhythm would sound like. It's a bum, 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 bum. Okay, so it sounds a little bit different than, if we just have a piece where we're playing, no dotted rhythms, where we play bum, 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 ba, bum. So if we say we have a piece like this where we don't have any dotted rhythms, where we have ba, bum, 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 ba, bum, ba, bum, 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 ba, bum, ba, bum, 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 ba, bum, ba. Okay, say we have a piece like that. This might be, this isn't integral to understanding the concept of having a rhythmic dot on a note. But I think it's important to understand that someone might tell you, oh, well, what's a piece like? Oh, well, that piece has a lot of dotted rhythms. It's important to understand that there's a certain character to the sound of a piece that'll have a lot of dotted rhythms like that. And, this kind of comes up sometimes in big band writing, where if you're playing a slower tune and there's like a little bit of a swing section in it, or there's if they kind of want you to, I don't know, if they want you to emphasize a certain style, and the director might tell you, really emphasize those dotted rhythms. And this is kind of the character of what he's talking about. Ba, bum, 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 ba. So that is kind of the rhythmic character of what a dotted rhythm is kind of getting across. So anyway, hopefully you found this somewhat interesting. As I said, this isn't integral to understanding this concept of having a rhythmic value dot right after a half note, but I think it is kind of important to understand, or at least to have in the back of your mind, when you approach a piece, that kind of the character of piece with these rhythmic value dots is just a little bit different than a piece without them. So anyway, hope you found that interesting, and I'll see you in the next video.